Well, YouTube, the creeks are just about down to winter pool. They're starting to look a lot more lively. And this creek that we're at here, we haven't fished in, I don't know when the last time we fished it, but been wanting to fish it a couple of times, tried to, but people are already here and there's not a lot of room down here. But it is one of those places where I can occasionally, with confidence, go and catch numbers of fish. Sometimes big ones even. But we're just going to do some more ultralight fishing down here in the middle of nowhere. I've got a couple of things that I want to try out. One is a rod that I recently just bought and did an unboxing video on. And the other is a reel that I forgot that I had, that Creek Fishing Adventures had loaned me to try out to pair with my DAIWA TATULA BFS casting rod. Anyway, I want to try to catch a couple of fish, see what we can make happen. And let's get down here and get to it. Anybody home? Nope. Okay. Alright, the rods that we're starting out with here, this is my new DAIWA TATULA 6.4 Ultralight. It is a JDM rod that just semi-recently came to the American market from Japan. And this thing is a extra fast rod. Like the top 5 eyelets is where pretty much all the bend is in this rod. Got it paired with a DAIWA Revros LT1000 and some 4-pound braid. And this is my 6.5 light DAIWA TATULA and a DAIWA TATULA BFS reel that Creek Fishing Adventures loaned me. So we're going to start out with the spinning rod, see if we can just get on the board, that way we ain't skunked. Oh, he yanked it out of one's mouth right here in front of me. See if we can get it to come back to it. Okay, had you. Now there's all kinds of commotion going on down here because this little creek that goes by where we parked at feeds into this, and there's just something harassing stuff like crazy down there. May have to tie on a little bit bigger bait just to get some distance, but yeah, that bank is way slipperier than I want to deal with. There's definitely life in this creek right now. Hey, we got something. It's small, but it counts. He wanted that little mule fishing 1.2 minnow. Oh, hey now, chill out. That's what we caught it on, a little 1/64 ounce mule jig with a 1.2 mil minnow. Fun size gill. That actually felt really good on this rod because, like I said, it's I think it's extra fast or something like that. The top like 6 inches of the rod is where most of the bend comes from. Jeez, this rod, it's already becoming one of my favorite rods as far as my ultralight arsenal goes. Like, I've felt so many teeny tiny little bites that I normally wouldn't feel. It's like little bitty, it's like a gnat biting at it. I could feel every little nip. How did I hook you? What are you? Yep, well. That was a itty bitty teeny tiny little bass fish. Jeez, this rod, it's already becoming one of my favorite rods as far as my ultralight arsenal goes. Like, I've felt so many teeny tiny little bites that I normally wouldn't feel. It's like little bitty, it's like a gnat biting at it. I could feel every little nip. There's another one. What are you? Stay hooked. Little green sunfish. Honestly, kind of surprised to see them out right now, as cool as the water has gotten, but there's still a few to be found. Let's get it back. You what I came up here for? You are. That's exactly where I figured it would be too. Now, you know, you can stop that. You little crappies are sharp. But nice little black crappie. That actually felt really good on this rod, being as fast tipped as it is. Like, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but that's how fast tipped this rod is. You look like you're barely hooked, but you're a little bit better greenie. Yeah, a little bit better. Man, them things are pretty fish with those little orange and white tips to their fins. Let's get you back and try to get us another one. There's something a little bit nicer. That's what I figured it would be. It's kind of what this creek is known for. Good sized little warmouth. I don't know if his tail is split up from trying to spawn or what, but that one snuck up and just put a hammer on it. Man, it's a pretty fish. Now, I would like to go farther down this bank, but like the other side here, yeah, the water's coming down and creating more bank space, but that's still super sloppy, and I have no desire to slip and fall and get all nasty. Didn't miss you that time. You're just barely hooked. No, you're hooked all right. This little gill popped at it several times before he finally got to the hook. But right here on this side of the bridge, there's a high spot in the middle that runs pretty much the length of this little creek. And the fish definitely like to hang out on the edges and the point there. Now, once the water goes down to like fully on winter pool, right there in the middle, it's only maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep at most. What are you? Another little fun-sized greenie. Heck, if I needed some bait for catfish, I'd be set. That right there would be fine dining. But, you know, as the winter months come on, I don't do a lot of catfishing at all. So, I don't keep much of nothing. I might keep a crappie for frying every so often, but that's about it. One thing that I failed to mention about these mule fishing baits is, if you haven't seen my videos on them before, they're super durable baits, super stretchy. They're made of the same material that Z-Man makes their plastics out of. Like, this is a 1.2 inch bait. Like, there's a lot there to work with. Matter of fact, I've done a series for mule fishing last winter or winter before last, where I used one mule fishing 2.2 or 1.2 and caught over 100 fish on one bait, and it still had life left in it. Oh, what have we got? Got us another gill. Kind of surprised there ain't many more crappie up in here than there has been before. I have had days where I've come down to this creek and just put a hurting on crappie, and every single one of them's been right against that pillar.
Chris,
what's happening?
friend of mine watches you all the time on freaking YouTube. I gotta get a picture. Chris, are you doing footage now?
Yeah, I'm just seeing what's out here. There's been a bunch busting right down yonder. It's just, I ain't man enough to walk down that nasty muddy bank.
Me neither. I ain't got the shoes for it, man.
There's been a few bluegill here and here there. I got one little crappie right off the end of the thing there, but that was about it.
Yeah. He watches you and
Creek Fishing Adventures.
there you go.
That's a little bit better crappie.
It is.
Alright, now y'all are sharp in that size. You need to stop that nonsense right there. And that's about the average size of crappie I've been finding here lately, all over the place. It's
the big ones are in there. They sit there and they look at you.
yeah, pretty much.
They ain't. You gotta make them bite. My friend of mine, he uses the smaller jigs. And we came here and killed them right here. So the big ones, they in there. They just sit and they not biting.
Yeah, I figure I probably end up throwing on one of those Berkeley gulps because it doesn't matter where I'm at, I catch something on Berkeley gulps.
Let me get a quick picture,
Yeah.
man. I don't want to bother you and leave you alone.
No, you good.
Man, thank you, man.
No problem.
You about to leave?
No, I just got here about 30 minutes ago. I just figured I'd catch a couple and then probably move over to Creek or something up that bridge up. The guy said there's catching a few decent sized crappie up there. It's just I never go that far up, and unless I'm here because it ain't but a few minutes down the road.
Fish on. Let's see what we can get, man. I'm just out here passing time today, man.
That's me. I was off work today and figured I'd try to catch something. Of course, heck, if somebody needed some bluegill for catfish bait, they're all in here. It's just, I don't do a lot of catfishing during the winter.
I'm gonna have a lot of time to fish period. Now, until they spawn or something, then I'll make sure I get out here.
Fall and into the late winter, all I'll focus on is crappie because I can't find anything else hardly.
Right. Yeah, we lit it up right here.
Yeah, I used to do a lot more morning fishing, but I work a closing shift, so I'm usually getting home about 11 o'clock and going to bed about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, so there ain't that much early morning fishing I do anymore.
Yeah. When they start spawning, you gotta get out here early.
I'd like to fish out around some more, but you can't find a spot out there when the fish are in there.
That's why you go early. I mean, 5:30 in the morning, you gotta be sitting out there, they be sitting in the cars running. I'd have my little headlamp on and I'd already be out there. When that water's up over there and they start biting in there, oh, you need to on.
Hey, now you can quit that flopping. I don't need to get a piercing.
What kind of fish you got on? 4?
Yeah, it's a 4-pound braid. It's that Creek Life Lure Co. stuff. Coming out here some this summer and doing some carp fishing because I've seen a bunch of them get caught in here. It's just
You ought to see whenever they start their little freaky season.
yeah.
Boy, them big stuff will be all over that man, just flopping in the water.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
You can put a wax worm on the tip of that jig you're doing right now.
Yep.
Put it on that hook, and boy, it'll get you a bite every time. Boy, they sitting around that swamp area right there.
Yep, they ain't big ones, but they count. Like, I care more about catching numbers of fish than I do the size of them. Like, I rarely ever fry fish, but I like catching numbers of them more than anything. Alright, now these little bitty ones are going to have to hold off for a minute so I can find something a little bit bigger.
And sometimes it's easy to change them up color.
Yep, very much so. That and the size of bait.
Size of the bait, You do that one move, and then you'll see some bigger ones. You'll be like, man, y'all was sitting here looking at that other one pass by all this time.
That's like, what was it, up at Creek Bridge it's been, I think, one day last week or something like that. I was throwing some Bobby Garlands around, couldn't get a bite for nothing. I put on one of them Berkeley gulps, just like that, started catching fish.
Yeah.
That's been probably 2 weeks ago, and I thought that was a stick. That one ain't far from keeping size, but
You almost get there, man, but they make you get one like that and the back be wide enough on them. You man.
that one ain't far from it. Oh yeah, they get super dark and they get, all right now. They get super dark and they just, even those smaller crappie, they're right there at the edge of a keeper size. You hook into them things, it feels like you snag because they just sit there. Yeah, drum ain't bad eating. It's they get that, or people get that idea that they're just a trash fish. But the few times that I've filleted them, they just as clean and flaky as a white bass or a crappie or whatever. I mean, they're a little bit, they're not as tender, but they fry up just as good. Yeah, there's one page on Facebook. There's quite a few locals around here. I think it's TN Bank Fishing Club or something other like that. Real foot, and you couldn't get away from crappie.
Oh yeah, me and my friend and thing, we was a little dead. You want to go to Real Foot? That's over there in West Tennessee, about up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You pay to get y'all use the boat and stuff like that.
Yeah, we stayed at, I think it was Blue Bank Resort or something other like that. But they supply the boats if you want to, and yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, what is that? Yeah, it's a little bit bigger crappie. Actually, quite a bit bigger crappie.
Right.
You can stop that flopping.
That's a keeper.
You want him?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Whew, that is a, yeah, that's probably close to 11. Definitely got some shoulders on it. Hardly ever hear crappie spool and drag like that.
Right. When you got that 4 pound, though, it gets on.
Well, I was wanting to put like 2.5 or 3 pound line on, but I didn't have any, and
that'll be the time you catch a wreck.
yeah.
Now rain wanna come out.
I know occasionally, if you ever in Cleveland, Dunham Sporting Goods, they usually have some real cheap line. I think it's Danielson. It's halfway decent. They can get like big spools of it for almost like $1.99 or something like that.
I usually go to Walmart, but yeah, I'll check there too. Dunham.
Just gets real bad memory, and
I usually get the ones that
there's. That'll be dang close. If he don't come off, he ain't coming off. It's another good one. That's eater size. You can have that one too. That'll make for a couple of good sandwiches. Yeah, a little yellow bass. I figure that's probably what's busting on all these little minnows and this stuff up here. Tell you what, them things ain't nothing but little needles all over them. Their scales are sharp, their fins are sharp, and they'll put a hurting on you. Man, he choked that. I think I'm gonna give it about 20 more minutes. Yeah, I've got that little, I think it's Bass Raider or Pond Raider or something other like that. I just got to get it registered. Nah, that one's gonna be a little bit shy. It's about 8 inches or so. That one feels like it might be. I don't know if that one's keeper sizing now. They might be going on spawn, but that one's a lot darker than the last couple. Yeah. Getting that tuxedo on. That one definitely fought like it was a keeper size one. I don't know if that was a fish or a stick. Yeah, I'll take bluegill all day long. If you just want to catch fish, it's hard to pass up bluegill because they're everywhere. And they some dang good eating. Like, I don't keep hardly any bluegill if they're not real big, but I mean if you fry them whole, you can still get quite a bit of meat off of them. Well, I probably ain't getting that back. Well, nope. Yeah, I think I caught the other side of that stick. And I think on that one I'm gonna call it for this spot and go find somewhere else and see if I can find something to mess with there. All right, y'all. First impressions of the DAIWA TATULA 6.4 Ultralight JDM rod. This thing is freaking awesome. It's very, very fast tip rod, but on those bigger like 10, 11, 12 inch crappie, definitely a fun rod because you get that super sensitivity and you get plenty of backbone to fight those fish with. And this rod it just feels different, if that makes any sense. It's a 2-piece rod, And with that last 6 or so inches of the rod tip being so sensitive, you can really launch some super light baits if you've got really light line. Like I was using 4-pound test braid today, and it was throwing 64-ounce jig heads like it was nothing. Like I'm talking clearing the creek kind of distance. But JDM ultralight fishing, definitely worth checking out. Now, do you need to spend $90 or $100 on an ultralight rod to have a good time and catch some good fish with? No, you do not. But if you do like the nicer options when it comes to ultralight fishing, definitely check out the DAIWA TATULA 6.4 ultralight. You can find them on discounttackle.com, link in the description. So anyway, we want to jump ship to another spot, see if we can find some more fish, and maybe get another video in, because I'm running out again. Seems to be a trend, so hope you like the video. We'll see you in the next one. Oh, and before I forget, check out this page on Facebook here. Actually, he's standing right down there. He's got a barbecue truck in the Charleston and Cleveland area, so stop by and get you some barbecue.